Hi guys, Michele It's MicheleMarieDalene. Oops, almost knocked everything over here. We got a couple things to cover. Unfortunately, the sun's going down, so it may get a little dark in here. First thing is, I wanted to show you the new case that I bought for the phone. Remember I told you the phone had a problem in it. This thing was too slippery and was too likely to fall out of my hand and go smash. Well, now we got a case for it, so now that's less likely to be a problem. I'm going to power this up because I'm sure that somebody out there is going to want to send me chat questions. So, well, we'll test that idea out and see how it works too. And we'll sit up on the T-Mobile tower on Metro. I mean, this has LTE on it already. I don't really need to sign into the T-Mobile hotspot, but yeah, might as well, right? By the way, the weather forecast outside is really nice. So I thought I would take some time to show you the weather as the sun's going down. So let me switch over to the other camera. Please don't drop my phone. Please don't drop my phone. Please don't drop my phone. Alright, so here's in color. A sepia. No, I don't need to zoom it in. I think that's color right there. Here you can see the colors, the leaves are starting to change. And that's negative. That's color. I think that's color right there. And then, of course, you can see that the leaves are starting to change. And so that's pretty much it. The leaves are changing. So, and right now, because the sun's going down, it's kind of dark in here, and I apologize for that. Okay, make sure everything is, yep. Everything looks good. Make sure this thing is zoomed out all the way. Don't need to have, oops. You know, it makes me look like a demon, doesn't it? Color, there you go. Monochrome. There you go. Very interesting program. This is an older version of the YouTube Live program. There is an updated version, which unfortunately is not compatible. So, okay, so first thing I want to do is let's go in here. And let's turn on the Wi-Fi. I had it turned off for a short time because when I was, I was going to PinkFast, and PinkFast for live streaming is suicidal. So I'm going to go to this one. I'm going to connect here to T-Mobile hotspot. Yes, I'm in. Okay. And then I'm going to go to the Google Tools. I'm going to go to YouTube app. And today, I am going to read your questions using my phone. So, let's get this dealt with. So I'm going to turn the sound down because I don't need to hear everything I'm saying. Okay. Okay. Nope. Yeah. Okay. So, how do you read your questions? What? How do you read the questions? Go to live chat. Oh, okay. Okay, Google Duo, Google Duo, a new chat program called Google Duo. Is that like Skype? I think so. Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't help us with the system that we're using here. Continue. Ding. All right, so using Android phone to take questions. Too bad I can't fix the typos. To read your question. To your questions. Okay, I just said is we are using the Android phone to read your questions. So what it means is we have this phone is now set up and working, and you can see here, am I actually still typing in the video? Yeah, I think you are. I think I am, but I'm not sure. Okay. So how do I read the questions? All right, so I can share. Oh, there we go. So what I'm going to do is let me set this to the 2017 Snow Queen playlists. And I'm going to share this with my sites. Yeah, I'm going to share it with her so she knows. Done. Okay, and I'm going to share this with Dory. Why not? Even though she's in the other room. She might want to see it. I don't know. And, oops, that's one page. Okay, I'm going to share this with Face Smash. And I want to share it with, okay, so let's post day, okay? So, and let's see. How do you do Google Plus on this thing? I don't see a Google Plus on this. Got a lot of people in here. I do, yeah. So, okay. So I think for the time being I think that'll be a good start. So let me go back here. And so what we're going to do is we got this set up now so I can see me and I can read your questions. And therefore, we're not stuck waiting for the questions to show up. Unfortunately, because the sun's going down and the LED light bulb has not turned on yet above my head, it's going to get a little dark. And I apologize for that. So anyway, here's the new case. This is it's a two-piece case. There's a plastic outer bezel, and there's a rubbery kind of material on the inside. And originally, I did not notice there was a difference between Dory's case and my case. And so I bought Dory the same case that I have here. Not realizing that her phone was a Key 30 Plus. So I had to go back into a distributor and find a matching Key 30 case, the Plus case, because she wanted that style. Okay? So I bought her the case that she wanted, and she seems to be happy about it. I also was able to buy for her phone a tempered glass screen protector. Now, the problem I had was with the tempered glass screen protector was is that Dory, unfortunately, her phone was already cracked the glass. So I bought her the case that she wanted. So unfortunately, because the case, the screen was cracked already, and from looking at the instructions to install the tempered glass screen protector, meant that it makes sense for her to put the new screen on first before she puts the tempered glass screen protector on her screen, because obviously it's going to be real difficult to remove, and the tempered glass will probably shatter, and then she'll just end up having to replace both anyway. So makes sense to just do it the first time and get the right setup. I have Chris Perillo has addressed his discontent with the new iPhone 10. From what I've seen in iPhone 10, I can absolutely 100% agree with Apple's design mistakes. Apple is just like Hillary Clinton in the sense they just keep piling on screw up after screw up. If it's not the software issues from iOS 7, as he pointed out, it was the newest iPhone 10 design is just god awful ugly. This, actually, I'll be honest, any phone today is god awful ugly, including this one, despite the fact that this is a nice phone. This phone is, unfortunately, is, well, it's, what is it with most of these phones? Let's see. They're flat, right? Somehow, like most of these LGs. This one has a fingerprint sensor in the back. It has a micro USB port on the bottom, just like the iPhone 5. And later up until the 7, this has a headphone jack in the bottom. Whereas the iPhone 4S and earlier had the headphone jack on the top. The issue with the newer iOS is that Steve Jobs, and he was very upset about that. He said Steve Jobs would never have let things degrade to the point that they have, with both the product quality of the software and the hardware. I don't know. But one of the things that Steve Jobs always said had a common sense said was think different. Think different. That's what he said, right? Think different. That was an Apple logo slogan for years. Think different. Why be one of the normal? It's like the Kia Soul commercial, right? What does the Kia Soul commercial show? It shows, in the original commercial, it shows that these hamsters are riding in this really nice car while all the other hamsters are riding in cardboard boxes. Guess what? Have you ever looked at the Kia Soul? It's still a box! It's still a box! It hasn't changed! Even if you got the LED headlight or tail lights on it and stuff, it's still a bloody box! Really? It's not that different! Oh, what a shame! You think you would know that, right? It's still a bloody box! Absolutely! Hideous! Alright, so now like I said, here's the problem. You got all these people out there in the industry, right? iPhones! And most Android phones, what's the difference between the two? Very little. They both are slabs of glass and a battery and the appropriate supports, hardware and software in it. It's still the same basic stuff. Now, you want to talk about the new BlackBerry key? Well, now we're talking about a little bit out of the beaten path. Yeah, I was going to get a BlackBerry key one. I still am. Because I think it's awesome. Okay? It's got a keyboard, dude! I can finally type. I hate typing on glass. I really do. Because, here's why. Ask anybody who's ever read my comments from an iPhone. When I say I meant to say that, I I am typing you. It's in elite means you. When I say certain letters, the symbols come out wrong. Then the autocorrect tries to figure out that I typed something that I didn't type. And then all of a sudden it tries to correct my sentence structure. And it makes it worse than ever before. It's just the nature of the way it works. It's just not really exciting. Really. It's not that exciting. Wow. Well, let me take a look at something here since I'm here. Let me take a look at my email since obviously I could check my email on YouTube too. Let me just check it over here since I'm in that. Now this thing I don't know. Where is the email app? There's messages. There's Google Mail right there. Alright. Oh, yes. Please distribute your loyalty. You're invited to discover pre-qualified financing. Okay. Cute. Okay. Except only one very valid question. You know what that is? What good is car pre-qualified financing going to do me? Because you see, it's not a car I need. I need a job first. I need to bring some money in. Not worried so much about the issue about, yes, by the way, I have figured out how to use this iOS device a bit better. Except the only thing I never could figure out is how does this thing going to make my life any easier? And by the way, oh yes, one more thing. For those of you who want to know, okay, I need to give this thing a better title. Yeah, I need to give this thing a better title. Alright, so... Okay, I'm in here. Well, let me go. If I can go to Creator Panel and change the title on this here. Notifications, settings. Yeah, where is this? I don't like the way they change their software. This totally confuses me. Let's see. And you think I don't know this shit. I know this shit. I see it all the time. Okay, my channel. Duh. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I want to edit a bit. I'm going to edit this video because, let's see. Playlist about, there we go. So, what I want to do is I want to rename this. Okay, I want to rename this. How do I rename this? I don't think I can rename it right now. Oh wait, maybe I can. Yes, I can. Alright, let's see. Yes, I can right here. Is that how I do it? No, it doesn't seem to be giving me that start. Oh, God. You hate this thing. I hate this thing. Oh, okay. Okay, so we'll just do the normal routine. Alright, here's what we're going to do. Let me go back to the live chat because I'm sure somebody's going to show up with questions. Like I explained a couple days ago, when you do live streams like this, you will find that it starts out what we call a generic title. The generic title is basically allows us to make a very quick, dirty title that explains what's going on. So, you know, we can ask questions and answers. Because today I have a separate screens that actually is on chat, so I could read the chat questions and comments from you. But I don't know how long I'm going to be running this video for. So what do I think of this phone? Well, it's not an iOS device. That's very obvious. Unfortunately, let's see. Is there any way I can edit this? Nope. You can't. No. You can't edit it. No. No. I'm trying to see if I can edit this. Nope. Doesn't let me edit. It tells me I got one watching. I got one watching, but that's about it. And for Mr. One Watcher, would you like to ask us a question? Because today we have the software online so that we can answer and read your question. So, yeah. So anyway, the new BlackBerry Key 1, they said that the black edition will not be in the United States or distributed in the United States. Why? I don't know. Okay, it's going to have 4 gigabytes of RAM in it. And it has a few slight benefits over the standard fare BlackBerry Key 1. It also will be upgraded eventually to the newest operating system. So, and I think Oreo is the next version. Oreo, it will be available in Oreo for the BlackBerry Key 1, but the Priv will still remain no higher than Nougat. So if you are going to use the Priv, you cannot get any of the newer iOS versions out. So there is no alternative for you for the Priv. You're stuck with Marshmallow or maybe Nougat. That's about it. I'm not really into the Android stuff, so bear with me, okay? The only reason I know what the hell I'm doing with these stupid things is because I have to work on Dories all the time. So, oh yes, a reminder. If you are an older iOS, just Googled, or Yahoo told me this. Yahoo did, not anyone else. If your phone is not using the very newest iOS available, you will not be able to any longer receive your Yahoo mail bundles through anything older than iOS 9.3. Okay? 9.3 is the newest version that the iPhone 4S can use. The problem is it's such a pig. It's just so enormous that my phone is gonna just basically work like someone walking in a pile of concrete. Okay? It's just gonna work horrible to go from 8.3 to 9.3. It's not, and it is not a benefit on the iOS or on an iPhone 4S to go to 9.3. Okay? Also, some of the newer, older iOS phones got bricked on the Wi-Fi connection when you upgraded to the newer iOS. Why? They haven't been able to explain why. Apple didn't explain why. Apple, unfortunately, as Chris points out, is not keeping up with the updates and bug fixes. Let's put it this way, guys. Put lipstick on a pig. Guess what? It's still a poker. It doesn't matter how much lipstick you throw at it. If Apple was smart, if Tim Cook was smart, the first thing he would do is he would go ahead before he releases any new iOS device and says, guys, what list of outstanding things do we need to fix in the operating system? Let me have that list of things we need to fix. We're going to fix that first. He did that once, but I don't think it really fixed everything. And instead, they're trying to always push all these new updates out. Now with the iPhone 8, the iPhone 8 Plus, the iPhone 10, that's what the X means, which is kind of confusing because if you listen to Winter Garden when he talks about his Marble Machine X, he doesn't mean Marble Machine 10 because he only had Marble Machine 1 before him. So what does the X mean in this case? Expanded capabilities, maybe? Who knows? So, yeah, that definitely is a bit different than what most people are expecting. So, pick your poison, boys and girls, because guess what? The world really, seriously, doesn't give a shit about you. I hate to say it, but Steve Jobs, I think, was a little more concerned about the customer than Tim Cook was. The iPhone 4S, and I'm shooting this video on, was the last iPhone designed under the influence of Steve Jobs. And Steve Jobs was very specific of what he wanted in his gear. And I'm sorry to say, where was it, the 5? Maybe it was the 5 that was, the original iPhone 5 was a Steve Jobs phone too, I think. But then when you got into all this new extra things, fingerprint sensors and face recognition, which the new one has, and a horrible looking bezel display that makes the phone look like it's got a permanent unibrow on it. Yes, it does. Think about it. An iPhone 10. What the hell's that for? Why didn't you couldn't give it up at a couple of millimeters of screen and made at least the screen square, and then it would still have room for your cameras and sensors. It's stupid. Really. Stupid. That's what happens when you leave, when you don't think things through. People don't realize how much that some Apple enthusiasts are now going to be asking questions. I already was kind of in doubt because I'm an Apple user, but I'm not a fanboy. I'm not a fangirl, okay? I expect when I deal with my Apple products, okay? Apple, for the longest time, made a great product. I'm just adjusting this a little bit here. Made a great product, okay? Take, for example, you will, the Power Mac G5. I know that's a 2004, 2005 thing, right? But you know what? I'll tell you something. The Power Mac G5 was liked by a lot of people. Then they switched to Intel because they had no choice. They really didn't. Because IBM did not have a power chip that was capable of providing more performance at less energy consumption. Because one of the things that Steve Jobs wanted to do was he wanted to make a Power Mac G5 laptop. If you ever seen the Power Mac G5 processor heatsink towers, you would see why that was not going to happen. Now, they already had ported in the past OS 10 for the Intel processor, okay, long ago. So they already had kind of the background to port OS 10 to the Intel line. Since Intel was already offering chips of comparable, if not more power than the PowerPC line, at less power consumption, of course he jumped at that. It was because that was a major step in the right direction. And there's nothing wrong with that. But some of us PowerPC Mac users are still going, well, gee, I really would like to see what happened now that you know, IBM has the Power 7 and the Power 8 line of chips. Power 6, Power 7, Power 8. What would happen if Apple was to revisit the power line of chips from IBM? The Power 8s, as I said, are designed for servers. They're not designed for home PCs. Obviously, if you were a business corporation, you got file servers, and everything nowadays is done by servers in the cloud, it would make sense. You want to have a fast processor with some nice features. But you know what? That's not going to happen because Apple's already invested itself now heavily into the desktop. It's still Intel, but the cell phone and the tablets is ARM. There is a very good possibility that not too long from now is the desktops will be going to ARM as well. I don't know when Apple plans to make that official, but with the new A11s and A10 chips, there's no reason why Apple could not be going with the ARM processor line for a desktop PC instead of just cell phones and laptops. So, well, really kind of excited to see what would happen, but you know how it is. We'll have to see. Tomorrow it's going to be warm again. I might as well bring this up. And if you are going to be outside tomorrow, it will feel like midsummer. It's not going to be too cool. It's going to be kind of humid. What's the story with Jose? Well, Jose is kind of sitting out in the Atlantic still, but he's not really moving anywhere really. He's building up some strength. The path shows it possibly coming into New York City. But it'd be possibly more of a super soaker like Sandy was than a super windy force of wind to deal with. I've seen what hurricanes can do because I live in an area where we had Hurricane Irene. It came up here and it flooded my bedroom, and I was in here at the time Hurricane Sandy came up the Connecticut coastline. And it was just a major, winds were horrible, they were tropical strength when they came up here. And this building was rattling, something fierce. And one of the things that we kept talking about was the future, was what we were going to do. We don't have a generator, we don't have the resources to keep the lights on. But as you can find out from looking what's going on in Florida, even if you had a generator, even if you got everything technically in order, all your ducks are in a row, if you can't get fuel for said generator, you're just screwed anyway. It doesn't matter. What's up?
Supper's ready.
Excuse me?
Supper's ready.
Okay, I'll be right in.
Well, I'll bring it out, okay?
Why don't you come on in real quick and say hi to the audience?
No.
That was Dory. She said it's time to eat. So, I tell you what. If you have any suggestions, yes. If you have any suggestions, please don't be afraid to comment and we'll discuss it and stuff like that. Okay? So for now, thank you guys for watching this. I'm sorry I ran a little long, but I will keep you abreast of what's going on with the new Hurricane Jose as soon as I find out more, and I don't know when that's going to be. So, for now, stay out of trouble, okay? Have a nice night. Bye-bye.